don't know what's going on. Okay. It's a pregnancy test. It's out because I'm kind of being a little bit like too excited. Hi Rupert. So 2 pink lines is pregnant, 1 pink line not pregnant. But again, it's too early, but we're gonna try. Okay. 3-minute timer. Guys, you don't know what, my heart is pounding 100 miles an hour. Okay, so I feel like I should give some context. The thing is, it's early. Okay, so okay, so a little bit of a backstory. If you followed along, you'll know that I have like this big dream, and I've got my own business, and for the past 7 years I've really been hustling to make my dream a reality, and my end goal is to have my own studio. And then sort of when we were in Japan, Kai and I, we've always spoken about, you know, our future child. We've named them, we can see them, and you know, we kind of are just like in this point where we're like, we don't really have many savings, we don't own our home, you know, we're just like, I was like, I don't have my studio yet, like kind of like, also I've just literally come back from camping. I swam in a creek this morning, so don't mind me. But yeah, we just kind of were like, you know, we're not there yet, like a couple more years. And then when we got back from Japan, which was a month ago, I kind of like was like, you know what, like my body was just like, you want a baby, you want a baby, like you're ready. And it was the most bizarre feeling, because I was like feeling so burnt out and exhausted from trying so hard and always putting my dreams first. And Kai and I have been together 14 years this year, and you know, like I knew from when I was 16 years old that he was going to be the father to my children. Like it's something we've always spoken about and always wanted, and to be honest, something that I always felt was like too good to be true. Yeah, anyway, long story short, I kind of started to be like, why is my body wanting to like nest and slow down, and like, oh my god, I'm gonna vomit, the time is about to go off. Anyway, and I'm gonna go into this later, I can't concentrate. But essentially I was kind of just like, Kai, maybe we should just do it. Like maybe we'll work everything else and figure it out. And we have a beautiful home here, and we're so lucky. And you know, I think you don't have to tick all the boxes before you do certain things. I never understood what people meant when they said they couldn't look at it. I don't think I can look at it because it's too early. Fuck, I don't think I can look at it. Oh my god, I'm gonna vomit. So essentially, I'm not ready. Essentially, I have just noticed a few symptoms the last few days, and just some really weird things. And yeah, my mate ChatGPT was like, it's sounding like pretty textbook, like early pregnancy signs, but I don't know, like it's our first time. Like it is unheard of to conceive first go. Like it just felt like all these signs, and especially from my body, and like, yeah, it became not an ego thing. Like it was very much like I had to let go of the ego and what people would think, or like, you know, what I wanted to achieve, and more be like, this is what I want right now. I can't look, I actually can't. I think it's too early. I don't know why I'm doing this. Oh. It says not pregnant. Very clearly. I said to Kai, I was like, I think we're really naive to think it'll work first time, but also I've tested way too early. So like, so ChatGPT, just like based on my cycle, and I'm in that like 2-week wait, like he was like, oh, you could probably test in a few days, but it's probably too early. Because the thing is, like, I'm in, it's called implantation phase, so it might not have formed yet. So there's not like enough HCG in my body to detect it. And even this box, it does say test 6 days before your period. And so my cycle app that I use, Flow, literally says I can't test for 13 days. And it says if my period comes, you can test in 8. So this says 6 days before your period. So yeah, I probably could do it in another couple of days, which is what they were kind of saying. I nearly wanted to cry then, but I think I can't cry about something because it's not. It's too early. Oh my god. I need to talk about this 2-week wait, because you can't talk to anyone about it. Because, besides from your partner, but like, because it's literally like, you don't know if it's going to be true or not. And like, oh my god, I feel sick. Oh, would have just been so nice to know, but like, it's actually not scientifically possible for me to be yet. Got carried away. Okay, I'll report back when I actually do it properly in a couple of days. And I want to stop talking now. I have so much to do that is really hard to look at, and it's too early anyway, so it could be a false negative, because technically I could not be pregnant yet, but I really hope that I am. I'm probably gonna go cry now. More waiting. Alright, so it's like, how many days? 5 days since I jumped on. Way too early to test. Even still, it's a little bit early. But my symptoms have been pretty crazy, like weird for me. It's that weird like thing if I don't know if I'm fighting a cold, just classic PMS, but it feels different. But I don't know if I'm making that up in my head. Honestly, I've never gaslit myself so much in my life. But I've got a clear blue and a first response. And both these tests say you could test as early as 6 days before your due period. So I'm 4 days until my due period. So I thought I'm going to test, but I don't have to rule these out as negative. So if they test negative, I was going to test tomorrow, but I just can't wait. I've got pains in my rib cage, which apparently is like normal. I don't know. I just don't feel great. I'm really nervous. I feel like I'm going to start crying because it feels like it'll be too good to be true if I get a positive. Like in my head, I believe it, but it feels, yeah, like it would be a miracle, like way too good to be true. So I'm going to pee in this cup. I haven't peed yet. It's first thing in the morning. Hence why I look like this. I was going to look all pretty and get dolled up, but that's not the reality. And the 2-week wait is excruciating, which I will talk about later, but my camera's on very low battery, so I'm going to go quickly pee and set the timer. Oh my god, I'm really nervous. Oh, I set the timer weird. 3 minutes. I'm gonna vomit. Yeah, it's been like a good week since I jumped on. I got way too carried away. I'm so nervous. My whole body's gone frozen. I like feel like I'm gonna start crying because I don't know if I'm ready, but Colby, come here. Hello, come here. Are you gonna be a big sister? Come here. Are you gonna be a big sister? What do we think? I don't know. Yeah, no one talks about the 2-week wait at all. I didn't know it was a thing. I didn't know anything about it. I was so naive going into this. But holy shit, that was the most brutal thing I've ever been through. And like, to be honest, technically my Flow app says I should wait, I think it's like 9 or 8 days until I should test, because they want me to wait until I'm like 4 days late for my period. My period's due in 4. I just had a lot of weird symptoms. Like I've been so achy, extremely fatigued, but I haven't had cold symptoms to go with that. Like I had a tiny bit of a sore throat one day, but it felt like it was from talking. But that was like ages ago, like 10 days ago. And I've been so achy. And I've just intuitively felt like I shouldn't be working out and all the things. Okay, so I set it like a good 30 seconds. I need to fix this because I think I did it wrong. Yeah, anyway, I don't know what I don't know if I can look. Okay, I'm just gonna bite the bullet. These could still be false negatives. That's what I'm gonna tell myself. So I can't lose hope yet. And what's meant to be will be. I know this is gonna happen, and it's really exciting chapter no matter what. I've got 2 different results. Wait, is this right? Oh my god. I read the test wrong. I've read the fucking test wrong. It says not pregnant. Oh my god. That's a fucking roller coaster. I feel like, yeah, I should talk about what just happened. So essentially, today, apparently, I'm 11 days past ovulation, so 11 DPO. So implantation can occur around, like, I think it's 8 to 10 or 8 to 11 days or something like that, 8 to 10 or 6 to 10. Don't know. But yeah, I've just been feeling off, and I don't know whether I'm fighting a cold or, you know, I said all this before, but I guess just like everything with the way we did it all just felt so right and so meant to be. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just like literally was like, it just flowed and it just all makes sense. But then at the same time, it all feels like, then there's this voice that's like, oh, it's probably all too good to be true. And I don't know if I've just stepped into that new era of being like, okay, no, I do want to be like mom, and like I feel that energy, or yeah. But essentially, after I got off the camera, I realized there was the very, 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 very like extremely faint line on the Clearblue test, which is the one that I thought was pregnant because I read the window that shows you that the test worked. I'm very confused. I knew it was early, and I knew that I could probably have false negatives because there probably isn't enough HCG in my system. But I wanted to try, and I thought I was in the mindset, but reading it and seeing and thinking that I had a strong positive test, I was so happy. And then obviously like finding out that it wasn't, I was just like, oh my god, it was fucked. And I think like, you know, I like imagine filming this video once and I was like, I do the test and it's positive and I get so excited. Then I show you, I'm like, I'm going to show Kai, like, you know, all the stuff and tell him and film that. But I guess that's not the reality. And like we see these fantasy things, but no one talks about the 2-week wait. And oh my god, I wish I knew. It is fucked. It is so isolating, and I can't even fathom for the people that try to conceive for years and years and years, that they have to go through that 2-week wait every single month. Like, I just like, you know, obviously I'm not naive. Like, I know that I could not be pregnant right now. And, you know, we try again next month, and then I go through that all again, and I'm like, even just the thought of that, I'm like, how? But I guess that's what you do. But anyway, I think I definitely want to talk about that more, depending on how my journey goes and where I'm at. But anyway, I still don't feel like coffee. Chocolate's starting to taste really gross. So there's so many little symptoms, but you just don't know whether it's in your head. So I've got a chai, I've got a green juice, and I've got a croissant, which I haven't craved or had in years, but it's all I want at the moment. I don't know whether I'm just run down or imagining things, but I'm also trying to not gaslight myself into, because I keep doing that I'm like, you know, you're just making it all up in your head. But yeah, even like I love last night after I finished it, taste in my mouth was weird. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Who knows? Obviously see you when I do the final test, or maybe 50 more, who knows. Oh my god. Good morning, guys. nervous. Actually, I can't even talk to the camera right now. I'll come back. Good morning, guys. It's 5 AM on a Sunday, which is not as unheard of for me. Also, I've red light on. Anyway, I'm shaking. Today is the day like my period's due, so decided to test this morning with a digital test. So since I last was, I look so dead, but since I was last on the camera, I haven't been able to film myself again. It was too dramatic, but that test that I thought was pregnant and then wasn't, actually ended up having a very faint line in the pregnant area. And then at first I was like worried it was a VAP line, but it was blue, very faint, but perfectly in the pregnant line. And then the last 3 days in a row, so what day are we? So I feel like it was Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I've had 3 very faint lines in a row in the same spot, same color, same position. And like, I just feel in my body like that I am. And then like my skin is like kind of breaking out in ways, which I haven't had like spots in 8 months, but it's not like my usual breakouts. Like it does look a bit oilier and stuff. There's just been a lot of symptoms, but essentially I've just peed on I've just dipped 2 sticks into my urine. I have 1 minute, and I don't know if I can look at these sticks because one of them's a digital test. So it's either going to say pregnant or not pregnant. But the thing is, with my lines being faint and it only being like the day my period's due, HCG can be quite low still, so it can be hard to detect. So even if it said not pregnant, if I get another faint positive line, there's still quite a high chance that it could be. But honestly, like, it feels too good to be true. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm very nervous, very, very nervous. And yeah, I've like woken myself up at 5 because my body obviously couldn't wait. But anyway, Kai went to the footy last night with his friends, so he's not here, which is good because if I am, I always will. That's the timer. I always wanted to surprise him, so I have like a whole thing planned. But anyway, I'm gonna look at the line one first. Kawa's looking at me like, what is going on? My heart is pounding out of my chest like you have no idea. Okay, that's the most distinct line I've had. It's still very faint. Oh my god. If this is real, I'm too scared to look at this test. This is the ugliest video I've ever filmed. It's true. I knew it. I knew it with my whole body. I'd never felt like this before. Oh my god, I can't wait to show Kai. Oh my god. Guys. Oh my god. So this is the faint one. Well, I don't reckon you can you see that? That's the most distinct line I've had. I'm shaking.
It's so funny because I planned to film the most cute like video of this. Like I was gonna get my makeup done and test, and then obviously because I'm so impatient, I just like haven't. You're gonna be a big sister. You're the first person to know. Oh my goodness. I'm so happy. Chloe. Mommy's pregnant. Oh. You're gonna be a big sissy. You're gonna be a big... Oh my goodness. Hey, are you gonna be a big sister? Okay, so it's 5 a.m. Guys, their predicted birthday is April 5th, and Kai and I, our special day and number is the 5th, and we yeah, together 14 years on the September the 5th, and when I saw April 5th it just felt like so right, because they'll be a little Aries, but oh my goodness. Okay, so I feel like I need to do story time now, but maybe I will a bit later. Oh my god, I don't know when Kai's gonna be home. I think it's later today. But guys, so when we were in Japan, what, it's a good thing. I'm okay. I'm happy. You're just not gonna be the baby anymore, but you'll always be the baby. Hey. So when we were in Japan, I feel like this is when we were kind of like, we've always named our child. We've had our child's name forever. We can see what they look like, everything. And when we were in Japan at the Tokyo flea market, we saw these little baby vans, and they were like vintage and they had flames on them. And Kai was like, should I get them for our child, our future child? Like, how cute would that be? But then we didn't. And so when we decided to try, I like, me being Nika, like I can't wait to show you this, but I worked out how I was going to tell my parents and my family and my friends and everything straight away. I wrote like this book about Koa, and I knew how I was going to tell Kai. So I'll show you guys probably later, but essentially I found them. And last night I slept with them and I held them, and I don't know, I've just been like on a deep soul level. Like, I didn't decide this on an ego level. It was so weird for me, but for weeks and weeks it was like my body was like, that this is what you want now, like you're ready to be a mum. Like, I can't really explain it, and I'm so in shock. I don't think I'm going to be able to tell the story properly, but I just had this deep knowing, and then I had to have this real like kind of battle and argue with my ego, because I can't believe it's true. Ah! Cole wants a paw massage. Because I've always been a big dreamer. Since I was like 10, I always wanted to be an entrepreneur. I always wanted to be someone or do something big and achieve all these things. And like for a long time now, like I've had my business for 7 years and my end goal is to have a studio. But there's just a lot of things that aren't lining up for that to be possible right now. And to me, that was the be all or end all. Like for a long time, I was like, you know, if I don't get the studio, like I haven't made it. Like everything I've done with EBB hasn't been worth it. But then I looked back and I was like not to sound like, what's the word, wanky or like, you know, but I looked back and I was like, you know, like I did full-time dance. I got to perform. I got to dance in the industry. I got to dance over in LA.
you know, I've done this thing for 7 years where I've literally been able to guide and teach people and impact people and empower them to celebrate their body through movement. Like, I have had that impact on people, and you know, I got injured and lost my ability to walk, and then I wrote my book and it got recognition. And I think like we just kind of always keep striving for this next big thing. And I sort of got to like the start of this year and I was so burnt out and so exhausted, and I was like, I just don't want to hustle anymore. Like, I just feel the need to pull back and simplify and redirect where my creative outlet's going, because right now I just feel so burnt out and exhausted from trying every day to make pop-ups happen and all these things happen, and like pop-up classes and events. And anyway, and it's not to say that I don't want to do that, like that's my forever passion, but I'm tired right now, and I think it's important to know when it's time to redirect your energy and what you want to focus on. And my body literally was like, you're ready to be pregnant. And I just, you know, it just flowed so crazy. Like, Kai and I were like, we were always like, you know, a couple years, we'll wait till we have the house and I have the studio and we've got good savings behind us. And we kind of were like, why wait? What if that never happens? And that's not to be negative, but like, I'm 30 now, Kai's 30. He'll be 31 at the end of the year, and now I'll be 30, just about to turn 31 when the child's born. But I, yeah, kind of was just like, it feels right. And so we were like, maybe we should just start trying. And then I looked and I was ovulating, like peak ovulation that day. And it was just like so fantasy, like meant to be. Like everything I say that felt like it was like this came to me. It was never, I'm going to get pregnant now and we're going to start trying. And it was just like my body was communicating to me. And instead of like letting my ego take over, I really tapped in. And I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Can you believe, Kawa, that you're going to have a little sibling that will be wearing these shoes that you're probably going to actually hate because you're the baby and you're a queen and you're the center of attention? But I just can't wait to tell Kai. He's going to lose his shit. It's so crazy, like meeting someone at 16 and knowing that they're your person. And like that was the biggest thing with Kai and I. Like we were so different, we were such different people in so many ways, but in ways we're really like, our values of like family and the life we want is very, you know, it's always been on par. And I guess the biggest thing that I knew when I was like 16 years old, which is crazy, is that I knew he was going to be the father to my kids. Like I knew we were going to be a family. And I'm just, nothing in life has ever excited me more than seeing Kai as a dad and us together creating this child. And I'm so grateful that like it worked. I feel so like, I feel so deeply for people that it takes so long, and I honestly don't know how you do it. And when I'm feeling a bit more, you know, I'll talk to the camera, but I think like I need to stop rambling now, and just like the next part of this video should be me telling Kai, and then I'll sit down, talk to the camera and show you how I'm gonna tell my sister, because she's gonna lose it and I'm gonna have to wait so long. Not really. I see her in 2 weeks, so 2 weeks today. I'll be going to her show on Sunday the 8th of August. I'm flying into Melbourne, and that is when I will tell my immediate family. She's gonna lose it. She's absolutely gonna lose it. How are we gonna sleep? We're pregnant. I need to book doctor's appointments. Cole is sound asleep. She doesn't give a fuck. Oh my god, I can't wait to tell Kai. I have to teach an event tonight, dance cardio, and I'm like, you need to be home. I knew I was gonna find out, and I was like, you need to be home before.
And that was the thing. I knew, like, my body knew I'd never felt so fatigued and so exhausted. I have tried to work out twice in one, like, in a whole week span, like a full week apart. And my body, like, energetically I'm fine. My muscle strength there, fine. But energetically inside my bones, they were aching. I was exhausted. I thought I was going to be sick. And I really started to gaslight myself that I was making it all up. Even at teaching yesterday, I was like, I'm fine. I'm so energized. And when I go to talk, it's like I'm breathless. And I don't know, it's just crazy. And it's just going to get crazier. And do you know what's even crazy? I finally got an infrared sauna, guys, for my 30th. I've wanted one for like 5 years, and it's in the other room, and we're about to set it up, and I'm not going to be able to use it for a whole ass year until April next year. Well, maybe Kai can get his dad shred on. Anyway, I'm so happy. I can't believe it. I can't believe I woke up at 5. When I woke up at 5, I had this horrible feeling that I was going to get my period. And I was like, but it didn't feel like it. And I was like, no, you're gaslighting yourself again. Even last night, I was like, just getting that feeling of like, fuck, maybe it's going to come. Oh my God. Okay, there's so much to do. And like, how the fuck am I going to wait till Kai gets home? Oh my God. Also, our biological clocks are fucking weird. It was like I turned 30 and something inside me went, it's time, it's now, it's now. I'm so fucking relieved that these pimples are from pregnancy, because I was like, surely I'm not getting acne back. Also, well, you probably can't see. It's just like giving very like teenage style pimple. And I'm like, see, if I thought my acne would come back, would be like acne, like cis, but they're like very like oily. So apparently your oil glands can like create a little bit of that. But okay, I'm gonna go stare at this test and Google everything. So it's a couple of hours later. I've literally spent all morning making our like how we'll announce to our families thing. So I've like organized a book, and it's all about this one, isn't it? Are you gonna be a big sister? Yeah. So it's iconic. It's honestly, if you know our dog, she's like an iconic sass queen. She's like lives in her own world, does what she wants, but very smart, very switched on, very obsessed with like balls and sticks and all the things. Anyway, I spent all morning finalizing that, so I've sent it to the printer. And Kai is still not home, so he doesn't know yet. But I've just gone, it's so funny, for the past week straight I've had an Old Maid's chai, a green juice, and a croissant for breakfast every morning. And I was like, I know, I like started to think that I was like psychotic, and I'd like told myself that I was pregnant and I was like this crazy person, that I didn't imagine that that was what I was craving. But turns out that's like what I've wanted every morning. Oh, that's Kai. Speaking of the devil, see when he's gonna be home. What's he gonna say? About to head back now. Shit. I'm so excited to tell him. So when I told you, didn't I, about these shoes? Anyway, these are going in the little Vans box with the pregnancy test. So he'll open the box, he'll see the shoes, he'll see the stick that says pregnant, and then he will know. I literally just ordered a script to go get a pregnancy blood test tomorrow, because I am a little bit like, yes, I've had 5 technically positives, because I've had 3 very faint ones and then 2 strong ones. So I'm very like, I will just be nice when I get the blood test and be like, hey, no, I am pregnant, like it's happening. And also like, because I'm early, so I have 4 weeks exactly today apparently. I'm still holding these shoes. How cute are they though? So that'll just feel a little bit more real. And then also I think once I'm like past this week, because my period was due today, so I'm like bang on, like that was probably the earliest it really could detect the HCG. So yeah, very interesting. But I'm gonna go for a quick walk with the dog, have my juice, have my croissant, and then we will go tell
the father, my husband. So excited.
Heart beats fast, colors and promise.